Hello everybody, I'm Dan here from the Hero Game Channel and welcome to Man the Guns. I am so happy to be able to play this early. It's great. Paradox gave me the code and I am very thankful for that, so thank you very much Paradox. Now I am going to be doing a playthrough on all the nations that got focus trees, but of course I am starting with the UK. I was going to start with the US. We had several failed attempts last night, me and my dad. So this is officially my first attempt as the UK. But not the first time playing Man the Guns. We did spend a couple of hours trying to record last night, but to no success really. So let's go ahead and just sort those out. I can see fuel being a big issue for us rocking all these ships. I don't really care for submarines. Are we just producing? Oh no, we've got destroyers. I was going to say, I thought we were just. Oh, the London Naval Treaty signatory. We need to get rid of that, and it's just the usual. So we are doing a change of the course. You did see me do that. We're not doing steady as she goes. We will be bringing back. Well, we're going to have the king in charge. We need Edward to marry Wallis Simpson, and it'll be interesting what we can do. I am planning on going for the Imperial Federation as well but we'll see how that goes. Right, we'll just let them all finish. So probably just go ahead and dump some more factories, dockyards onto those. We'll just let them get finished. What's this? Click to aim an arrow for requesting expedition. Okay, didn't notice that in my. Well, look at it last night. Well, I say look at it, I mean the recordings. I guess we'll go ahead and bring all of the British Navy back. Put them all in this port. Now, I do like how the Navy looks now. Although I've not really used them. Can we go ahead and just merge the whole? Right, King George has died, so Edward is now here. So it shouldn't be too much longer until we get the marriage event, hopefully. Right, changing the course is done, so we cannot do anything else over here right now. We could organise the black shirts and concessions to the trade unions, but who wants to do that? Not us. I might come back and do other playthroughs, possibly. Depends how quick I get through these ones, because we'll have to wait for the mods to get updated. So if decolonization is not achieved in 2 years. Okay, that's fine. We're going to reinforce the Empire, of course. The sun never sets after all. Right, we'll just get them going. What kind of decisions do we have? We can demand reduced Dutch trade with Germany. Okay, I don't really think I need to start doing that. We do want to withdraw from that naval treaty. Nation building in the Raj. Okay. Police action in the British Raj. Oh! I think they're going to split away from us. Yeah, fuel right now is being created, but not too quickly really. Right, is the whole Navy kind of linked up now? They are, so we have one massive fleet down here. So we go ahead and just half. Wait, did I half that? Half the fleet? Half the current selection of ships. Split the slate ships into a reserve fleet. Right. There we go. So we'll go ahead and just split them up, or not if I'm an absolute idiot. How on earth did I half it and then split? Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. We've got the decision timeout. Oh, it's the second naval treaty. Okay. Just go ahead and dump all those in there. Alright, so we're 100 days from getting full supply of fuel. Right, we've reinforced the Empire. Let's go ahead and do service overseas, I think. Has that actually been changed, that? Hot accumulation gain factor. Okay, that's definitely new. Yes, the second London Naval Treaty. Italy will be leaving that probably very soon. They've done it both times on my failed attempts in America. I'll start researching superior firepower doctrine. And we'll just wait until this ship has been created, and then we'll go ahead and set up the new navy production. Alright, there we go. US Congress passes Neutrality Act, okay. No, only one group of U's, please. There we go. Yeah, Ethiopia has been defeated. Oh, he still controls them. Right, okay. Sorry, I'm still learning the stuff, so yeah. German Reich dominates Dutch trade negotiations. Germans expand their influence over the Netherlands to the point where the Dutch government has felt forced to favour them in the current trade negotiations. Germany. I'm going to demand the reduced Dutch trade with Germany. Right, so we're a bit ahead of time for this. We could go ahead and research the Matilda, which I'm going to go do. So Edward VIII the abdication crisis. For some time, King Edward has entertained hopes to marry the American Wallis Simpson. Constitutional crisis now arisen as Mrs. Simpson is not only divorced from her previous husband, but in point of fact still married to her current husband, presently pursuing a second divorce. General outrages ensued on the grounds that as king and being head of the Church of England, Edward cannot marry a divorcee. The king, however, has made abundantly clear that he is very much in love with Mrs. Simpson and intends to marry her regardless of the opinions of his governments or his subjects. As such, only three options remain open to him. The British government and the governments of the Dominions have already stated that any alternative to abdication would be unacceptable, and repercussions of trying to force through a marriage, even an attempted compromise, would likely be dire not only for Britain itself but also for its ties to the Commonwealth. As the king's closest advisors continue their attempts to convince him, the public awaits the bated breath the resolution of this conflict between the king and his cabinet. Abdicates comprise on. We're going to institute royal marriage because we want that. Because now this should open up when he is married, and then we'll go ahead and start. Maybe doing some of these. We might have to. No, we can do those. We can't do that. We must have the non-aligned in charge. I guess we'll go ahead and look over here. Limited rearmament. That's some civilian factories. And we'll go up to early mobilization. And we do have the 19 dockyards now. So we'll get some convoys. We'll get some heavy ship hulls. Cruiser. Oh, that's the mine one. So that's for, I'm presuming that's a defensive. I definitely want you, actually. Some marines. So we've got a destroyer hull as well. We'll get. I think we'll do that. I think. Newspapers oppose the marriage. A recent article in the Daily Telegraph has cited the king's responsibilities to his country and his people, stating that his status and privileges come with the burden of duty, and so must sacrifice either his marriage or his crown. No, the king is staying. The king is staying. Our stability is probably going to take a massive hit during this. Do we actually have any mine layers right now? Parliament opposes the marriage. Various members of the Parliament have today strongly spoken out against the King's plans to marry Mrs. Simpson, rousing a number of their peers to their cause. Political opposition to the King's marriage has thus increased notably. Yeah, we're just going to have to keep accepting and just avoiding that abdication. We do not want that. Let's go ahead and get the anti-tank. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now again, just so I can get ahead of the Germans. Leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Oh, support forms for Edward. In the midst of the tremendous outrage caused by the King's decision, there are some voices rising up in support of King Edward. Though isolated from the main political parties, their names nonetheless carry weight: Winston Churchill, Oswald Mosley and David Lloyd George. Though tentatively at first, this grouping of unlikely political allies are beginning to find traction among the people, and following their lead more and more, dare to publicly support Edward in his decision. Thus strengthening his resolve, the King has made it clear that he has no intention of changing his mind in this matter. The marriage shall go on as planned. So, nice. Continue preparations. Got some political power as well. So, and some weekly stability, which is going to be quite nice. He's holding a radio speech. King Edward has at last managed to persuade the government to allow him to make a radio speech. I was going to say radio speech, illustrating what he refers to as his side of the story. He expressed hopes that this will allow the people to better understand why he feels he must act as he does. Turns out his side of the story was pretty convincing. Good, we got some stability back. Royalist Bulldog. We will definitely want to get Winston Churchill in at some point. Oh, we can grab all of them. I shall definitely be grabbing all of them. They will all be put in. Newspapers support the marriage. A recent article in the Daily Express emphasised the King's right of happiness and argues that if the rules do not allow him to marry a divorcee, then perhaps it's time those rules are modernised. Welcome show of support for the King. This is going well. Could go ahead and grab the motorised army, but I think we wanted to go ahead and do the encourage colonial elite just for that research speed. It's going to be quite nice. Because we are still waiting for the marriage, so as soon as that is available to take, we're taking it. I keep forgetting I've got no division limits right now because obviously I can't put that mod on. Let's get Claude and Alan there. Alright, working classes support marriage. Support for the King appears to be growing among the lower classes of the people. They not only see anything wrong with the King marrying a commoner, but even seem to adore the fairytale-esque story of a common-born woman winning the heart of a king and marrying into royalty. A winning formula for a novel, surely. The cabinet resigns. As the King has shown no intention to listen to his government, Stanley Baldwin has seen no other solution but to dissolve it. In a statement, he says it is evident that the cabinet cannot function without the trust of its monarch. In repeatedly discarding the unanimous advice of his ministers, it has been made clear that this advice is neither desired nor observed, and so later tonight I will meet with His Majesty to offer the resignation of the cabinet. Clearly intended as a final protest against the King's decision, it is uncertain whether it will be successful. It is also unknown who the King will announce as Stanley Baldwin's successor or when. Good riddance, they shall not stop the King. So now we've got the fallen government as our leader. Just an empty parliament. Fantastic. Oh, that's so beautiful, just seeing that there. Oh, it's great. I'm sorry, the Little Entente. The French Entente Alliance. Brilliant. It's been a while since I've seen that. Newspapers oppose the marriage. Recent article in the Morning Post is called The King's Responsibilities to this Country and His People, saying that his states... Oh, we've already seen that. We've already read one like that. Just a different newspaper doing it. Interesting. So France wants to die. France wants to die. Right, so how on earth... Oh, right, it works here. We do not have any mine layings here. We have naval invasion support. Order ships to escort naval invasions and support them with shore bombardment. Oh! Hello, do we have any miners right now? We do not. We do not. Right now, my initial impressions of how the Navy looks now, so much nicer, I think. It's just nice having them grouped like that. Upper classes oppose marriage. Well, obviously. Noble individuals among the aristocracy have, in none too gently terms, made clear their disgust with the prospect of the king marrying someone who they deem a common tart. That's exactly what the upper class would say. This disdain, he appears to be treating tradition and ceremony with appears to have offered a great many of the most powerful individuals in the nation. Okay, we're losing some support there, but they can shove it. Let's go ahead and just keep trying to get the Dutch to screw the Germans over. Now, I don't think we're going to enjoy the Germans because it is on the focus tree. We can do an alliance with Germany. I don't think we will. Wow, minus 23 stability because it's taken in the democracy support. Let's go ahead and do the... Oh, wait a second. Oh. Well, autonomy, the British Raj will not accept. We want the British Raj to be in because you get a different flag if the Raj is in. Oh. Well. As one, representatives of the Dominion government have informed us that they will be unilaterally breaking ties with the Crown. They cite the King's flagrant disregard for the opinions and wishes of the Dominion government and their peoples as the primary reason for why the British-Commonwealth relationship can no longer continue. As one Commonwealth official stated in a heated interview, a king who is incapable of putting duty above his personal feelings cannot be trusted to act in the best interests of his subjects. Based on recent events, we can determine the king does not care at all for domestic public opinion, and if this is the nature of his relationship with the British people, of all things, then the situation can only become worse for his subjects in the Commonwealth. To safeguard the interests of our people, we therefore see no alternative but to remove the king as head of state. No doubt they hope that our present political process will prevent us from acting on this abrupt move. So, yeah, the whole bloody Allies is just dead. The Allies is dead. Well, at least we got the French alliance. Well, at least we still have one puppet. But now we have the Commonwealth of Nations, which is our old allies, and India over here. Commonwealth ties been cancelled. Is there any way we can get them back peacefully? Oh, we just get war goals. Ally the Imperial... Oh, we get uprisings. We get uprisings. We can have civil wars. Which we're really going to have to do something amazing in Canada. Because they are guaranteed by the US, obviously. Saying that, invading Canada wouldn't be terrible. Because we do actually have Labrador still, so that's good. Newspapers oppose the marriage. Now the Morning Post is opposing. I don't know if they've already done some opposing to that. Germany is doing Lineland, so they are staying kind of, well, historical so far. We'll see what happens. What is happening now? I think I just seen it. Naval remilitarization. Yeah, we don't really care. We don't care. That's... Oh, the abdication crisis is almost finishing. Good. The Rhineland's been remilitarized. We don't care, because, to be honest, we're kind of going to be aligning ourselves in their same kind of sphere, really. We'll have that non-interference treaty that we can potentially sign with them, so we might go ahead and do that. I don't think I want to join a faction. The Daily Telegraph is now opposing the marriage. Won't be many more days now. 2 days, so the marriage must be happening very soon. The royal marriage of Edward VIII. A long-lasting joyous date for the royal marriage has arrived. Crowds have gathered in their thousands all along the route travelled by the couple for Buckingham Palace to Westminster Abbey. Domestic resistance to the marriage has increasingly showed its impotence through symbolic resignations and other vain protests, and now seems all but silenced. The last such act was the retirement of the Archbishop of Canterbury, Cosmo Lang, and his subsequent replacement with an individual more amenable to the King's wishes. In the face of political turmoil this crisis has caused, the celebrations now ongoing are deeply necessary in turning a semblance of normalcy to public affairs, as a starting point from which to resolve the present political issues. So we get some gains there. And now, of course, we can go ahead and do the King's Party. which we're going to get the non-aligned party will now be called the King's Party, become the ruling party. We'll remove Edward the Eighth national spirit, and he will become our leader. And then we can get the King's Party of, you know, Churchill, Mosley, and Lloyd George to now be our advisors, which we are definitely going to get. Unless, no, they just become available, we don't get them. And then we can get rid of the war to end all wars right away, which is just brilliant. Let's go into the King's Party. So now that the crisis is over and the government has fallen, the King's more ardent supporters may be able to form a government of their own, much more amenable to the King's wishes. The King's Party, which consists of David Lloyd George, Winston Churchill, and Oswald Mosley, thereby reaching across political parties and aiding in repair and the unity of our nation. It's such a weird bunch. So it's like we're on, because Mosley's here, so it's kind of like we're going in a kind of fascisty way, but we're not going fascist, we're still the monarchy. Because obviously you can still go down this middle bit here. If you go fascist, of course, we won't be able to smooth to secure the dominions. So basically, dominions break away, I think, regardless of what you do in the change of course. We could go ahead and Germany and actually get them to invade Japan. Actually, that would never be that's not beneficial for us whatsoever. This tree, oh, I just love looking at it now. I still have no clue what I really want to go for when I look at it, but I think we should go ahead and get the heavy ship hull. That's a super heavy. So they got the super heavies are now in the battleships. Okay. Yeah, I think we should get the heavy ship hull. We do need to leave the London Naval Treaty. This is no good now, considering we do have to be quite dominant in the sea. Let's go ahead and look at fighters. Let's get the Hurricane. How's their templates looking? Motorized, I'm not going to use that template. Then, Pakistan declare war on India. Oh dear. Garrison needs to go. This is looking pretty good. All we need to simply do is do that and get anti-tank once we have enough. So we'll go ahead and do is just change them all. We'll just change them all. We'll get some tanks back in at some point. We'll just have all infantry right now. Shorter guns, that's fine. The King's Party. So now we've got Great Britain and a very nice flag. So we could go ahead and do God Save the King, which is going to get rid of the political power gain, the inexperienced imperialist kind of. Because now he's going to be an autocratic imperialist, which is going to be much nicer. We still have Ceylon, which is good. Appeal to Imperial Wallis. I think we want to start going towards getting the dominions back as soon as. Edward empowers King's Party following the royal marriage between King Edward and Wallis Simpson. The King has now appointed the leaders of the newly formed pro-monarchist King's Party, Winston Churchill, Oswald Mosley, and David Lloyd George, to form a new government after the nation's expended period without one. Supporters of Edward applaud the formation of a loyal government, but critics point out that the new government is so supportive of the King's wishes that they might as well consider the King to be, de facto, an absolute monarch. Well, he is in charge, and we're going to be keeping him. So, puppet war goal, or you can help them. So India, we could actually send our navy over to deal with India. India won't have a navy. They are losing to Pakistan right now. I'm sure they're going to defeat Pakistan. Right, so we should probably move to kind of secure India. The Mexican junta has declared war on Mexico. Well, right, we'll get these 24 to chill, 12 to head over to India right now. Okay, so that's the fascists that have risen up. Oh my days, there's no ports in the south actually, because the French control it. Oh no, there's one there. And we're going to have to land in Madras. What we'll do is we'll just get all 12 of them to get over there first. Right, that'll be the anti-tank that we're producing. No, motorized, sorry. Oh wow, that tank template's pants anyways. Motorized anti-tank. Oh, that's so nice. Put motorized anti-tank in. Brilliant. I don't know if the motorized artillery is going to be any good, but we'll try it at some point. Oh, we can't do that now. Okay. Well, we've done a little bit to just have a look at it. Military parade. We could go ahead and do that. Are they non-aligned right now? Because if they're not, we might try and just... They're democratic. Let's actually go ahead and do that. And then we'll try and do the military dictatorship in the British Malaya once they get 60% support. God save the king. Oh. Yeah, let's consolidate the British Isles. I'm sorry, Ireland. You need to come back into the fold. There's the heavy ship hull. It's a shame we won't be able to actually build it right now. I don't think, because of the treaty. Active sonar. Sub-detection's up. Depth charges. Oh, I just love this tree now. Improve float plane catapult. What the hell? What else have we got? I know we've got like the different shells, so we should probably go ahead and grab the small caliber semi-armor piercing shell. And all the other shells as well, just to buff up the navy. Oh, Amelia Earhart has disappeared. Right, that's perfect, that template. We'll keep the tank brigade, that needs to be updated. Well, upgraded rather, not updated, it needs to be upgraded. The Mizumori has arrived once again. Never fail to see that in a non-historical playthrough. Right, so once we've got Ireland, I think it will be appeal to the Imperial Royalists, bring the Dominions back into the fold. Or maybe grab that, then get Ceylon forward operating base, then get the go ahead and reclaim the jewel. I think we need to do that just before they start spamming out the divisions. They are free, so they can do whatever they want. Luckily, we do get a war goal on whoever wins, so Pakistan's looking pretty good right now. You know, obviously Burma's got their freedom. Right, so we've got the planes sorted now. Let's go ahead and grab formation flying. Alright, and we have got these getting made. Oh, they're the mine ones. We're gonna get the mines. I just, the navy's still confuses me slightly, but anyway, used to it. Right, let's go after Ireland. Yeah, we ain't gonna struggle. We're slightly short of guns, but it's Ireland we're facing off against here. Cork is now the capital. Like I said, it wasn't going to be difficult. There's a nice wee encirclement there gone. Cork is about to fall, and Ireland is now ours. So I take it we have... They are calling... I was going to say, do we have actually got claims on it, but I think we do. So now we've united Ireland. We're 53 days away from fuel. Probably because I'm building more shit. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the French Entente alliance. Polish-Romanian alliance now. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. What other kind of decisions we got that we can take? We need to withdraw from that naval treaty. When can we do that? And more than 20% world tension. Right, we'll do that as soon as. How is the daily support looking? It's only a 30. Gonna probably have to do you again. Yeah, we'll just keep doing that. Okay, we're catching up with the fuel, which is great. We've almost done appeal to the Imperial Royalists, so that's going to unlock some decisions for us that we'll check out. Let's go ahead and move the limited conscription, due to the fact that we only have under 100,000 available men to us. We'll just start beefing up the production lines now and starting to pump out all of our equipment. Let's grab that and get that base sorted. We should probably send our fleet. We shall send our Red Admiral here, James, over to do that. What is the problem here? Support mission in this region, but only 0 is close to naval supremacy. Is that due to the fact that we're not actually currently there? We ain't moving either. Let's go ahead and move out. Canada seeks immediate penetration. Well, they've already done that. Wait. Why can't I... Okay, we'll only need a small fleet anyways. India doesn't have any ships. I don't want your divisions. I couldn't care less for your divisions. Right. Oh my days, the fuel's gone down. Our fleet's gonna tear it. Okay, non-aligned support start civil war. Right. So what we want to do is we want to start a civil war, then invade the countries. Interventions in America. Oh, they went with the Neutrality Act, so hopefully. Then go limited intervention. Good. Well, once we declare war on one of them, we'll be able to just invade Canada without causing the Americans to join. Hopefully. I think we'll go ahead and just secure India first. But I am going to leave that first episode there, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall be back very, very, very soon with some more. So take care. Cheer, bye for now.